privately held company. They do not want to be involved any way, shape, or form in the banking industry as we know it over there. They have zero debt. They are completely debt-free. The CEO, Mike Korshine, is almost anal. He is anal about keeping this company debt-free, and not only that, but determined to create this private global currency. I call it a global monetary exchange system, where you can exchange any fiat paper currency for gold and silver bullion without paying any premiums, no commissions, no middleman markups. You're literally acquiring bullion from the company that pulls it out of the ground.
All right, now you can get in this. Any of my audience here can go to my website. They can download either in PDF or a doc file, just a simple registration form. And all they're asking for, they're not asking for your credit card, not asking for your bank accounts. All they're asking for is your driver's license number, ID, proof to know that who you are and where you are. And there's no fee here. There's nothing. It doesn't cost anything to join. Is that's correct so far, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so this is an opportunity for people not only to find a safe place to store their gold. Now there's a lot of companies out there that are backing other talk show hosts that deal in gold. They want you to buy this gold coin. Now there was a big brouhaha with Glenn Beck, the company that he was supporting, were well, not exactly the oddest companies, and the so-called Patriot Network. You've got some gold companies out there that want you to buy a coin, and frankly, I've always been a little hesitant to back these or advertise for these companies. Am I justified in feeling a little bit of skepticism about these so-called gold companies?
Well, most of the gold distribution companies, they own nothing. They're just a middleman. And here's the key here. KB, their bullion is audited and certified for purity and weight by the Swiss government. They have produced over 3 million of the gold bullion embedded product cards, and they haven't had one single sanction from the Swiss authorities. There's no one that has that kind of record of not only success but honesty, integrity. And they have, without a doubt, created a new and exciting way to acquire gold and silver bullion. KB's plan eliminates the middleman. They create a way for their clients to buy direct. And everyone else that buys their gold and silver, they're going to buy it after it's passed through traditional channels. Now, it's important to understand this. It all starts with the mining company. Of course, they're going to take their profits when they sell to a refinery, right? And the refinery, they're going to take their profits when they sell to a wholesaler. And then the wholesaler or the broker, you better believe they're going to take their profit or commission or margin when they sell to either a retailer or to us. So KB has an incredible tactical advantage in the marketplace. They own their own mines, their own refinery, their own mint, and the distribution rights. And this unique combination of company-owned assets expands their profit margins and positions them for tremendous profitability and worldwide growth. Not to mention, have ample funds to be able to afford to pay referral fees to people like us that are willing to refer others. And if you do that, they are going to pay you a referral fee that you can exchange for gold and silver bullion. And in my view, that's like getting free gold and silver. So you show me any company that is willing to offer free gold and silver to people for just referring people that open an account, like Clay and I did.
Now, later on, probably today or this week, I've just sent in my information to get a website too. So they're providing me with a free website, basically.
Correct.
It's now, you know, Joe, I've been fighting and speaking out against what I call banksters for about 20 years. You know, the whole Federal Reserve System, the Rothschild controlled English, sun never sets on the English empire type of elitist attitude. And you know, I've also reported that the whole the Rothschilds sit around the city of London, where the Queen has to ask permission to come into, and they raise a little flag on their desk to decide what the gold prices are. You know, where does KB stand in this? You know, have we finally found somebody that's a company with considerable assets that are actually on our side here, on the side of the people?
Well, I believe that they see things like we do. They don't want to be a part of the system. They want to create a private global currency. And they have. I mean, this program, these gold embedded bullion cards that they have are accepted at thousands of locations as currency in Europe. And that list is growing every day. Now let's just think about this for a moment. If you're a retailer, especially a locally owned mom and pop operation, I am a brick and mortar business owner. I have a brick and mortar business that I own and control, and if someone offered me, a customer offered me, now Joe, I can pay you in fiat paper currency or gold, which would you prefer? That's about as big a no-brainer question as I've ever heard. And so that's what's happening, and that's what will happen here in the United States. Once we get our website up and running and launched, which is going to happen this week, they're going to start launching countries. United States, I heard from the COO of the company actually this morning, little after 8 a.m., they are going to, their target is to get us up and running by the end of February. So we're talking just a couple short weeks, and we're going to be able to fund our account. We're going to be able to acquire our bullion, and then we will own, manage, and control the bullion. And then if and when we take delivery, you will have an opportunity to have a private global currency that is very transaction friendly. Why? Because there's smaller weights. Now let's just throw up on the whiteboard here Egypt and what's going on over there. You're all aware of what happened, and as a result, Mubarak shut down the banking system, shut down the internet, and that could happen elsewhere. It could even happen here. Now let's just throw a hypothetical. Let's say it happens here. If you have a 1 ounce gold American Eagle or a Cougarand or even a bar, at that point, if that happens, it will probably be worth a 5,000 or more an ounce. And if you're in survival mode, how are you going to feed your family unless you have transaction-friendly weights that aren't worth $5,000 or more dollars, or even $2,000 or more? You're not going to take a 1 ounce gold anything into a bakery and buy bread to feed your family. But you can take a half-gram bullion in there that might be worth $100 or $150 and have a much better chance. Now, I don't suggest that people, you know, put all their money in this. That would be crazy. I think it does make sense to own ounces for larger transactions. Buy a house, buy a car, things of that nature. But I'm talking about for everyday needs. Their business model is absolutely unique, and it's absolutely brilliant, because what they've done is they've carved out a niche by having these smaller, more transaction-friendly weights, as well as a global monetary exchange system where you can literally take your cash, which is becoming trash, and trade it or exchange it for bullion.